One thing about media from the past is that it typically reflects the era's sensibilities. And sometimes it's glaringly obvious why those sensibilities were left behind. Bully is my second favorite game of all time, but there are two missions that involve sneaking into the girls' dorm on some real creep activity, and one of them is given to us by a teacher, which I'd argue makes it worse. Now, the mission only becomes available at 7 p.m., so to bide my time, I hung out around town for a while, beat up some rich kids, smoking is bad for you, stole a bike and decided to see how far I could wheelie. This really took me back, just doing dumb stuff like this for fun. Anyway, 7 o'clock finally rolled around and it was time to start the mission. But first, why did I do that? I don't know, this game is awesome. The mission in question is aptly called Panty Raid. Hey, does anyone else remember when Paramount banned the Panty Raid episode of SpongeBob from TV?
We're panty professionals!
Sorry. I catch Mr. Burton, the gym teacher, leaving an adult store.
I'm looking for naughty boys. What I mean, Hopkins, is that I'm glad to report that in that disgusting store, I did not find one naughty boy. Not one.
He says he was put in charge of the laundry but forgot to stop by the girls' dorm, so he needs me to go collect the dirty laundry and bring it to him. Very believable story.
And if you get caught, I know nothing about it.
I won't say anything, sir. In fact, I'll make it clear that I never saw you coming out of an adult store clutching illicit magazines.
Good boy. Now hurry up and bring them to me by the school gates, but shh.
Isn't Jimmy a little too nonchalant about this? But alright, back to the academy we go.
Don't pretend you don't know it's curfew. Get going.
It literally isn't though? Curfew's at 11, what? Sneaking into the girls' dorm is easy as balls. All you have to do is climb this, trellis. Never knew what those things were called until now. Anyway, it leads straight into the attic. When you enter an area you're not supposed to, the game puts Jimmy into sort of a stealth mode so you can sneak around. Most people hate escort missions in video games, and I do too, don't get me wrong, but I seriously hate stealth sections. If I'm playing Splinter Cell or Hitman, anything where the whole game is built around stealth, that's fine. In fact, even if a non-stealth game incorporates it just to have a little bit more variety, that's fine too. The problem is, in those titles, stealth mechanics are usually just tacked on to the regular gameplay, with little to no refining, and Bully is no different. But this mission in particular honestly isn't difficult or frustrating. Upon collecting the 5th pair, Melody sounds the alarm. Literally. As you can see, the door to the attic is now locked, so I have to escape through a downstairs exit. From here, I go to meet up with Mr. Burton at the front of the school.
I hope these are worth all the trouble I just went through.
Yes, thanks for this laundry. Here's some money for your troubles.
Alright, so let's talk about it. I can't lie, replaying some parts of this game as an adult kinda had me like,
What were they thinking?
Now, I get the whole, it was a different time, bro. I know. I grew up in that time just as you did, you're not special. But understand, this is not about dishing retroactive outrage at an old game. I'm not mad that Rockstar included this mission. It's just interesting to look back on because this would never happen now. At least I'm pretty sure. We're never getting a Bully 2, by the way. On another note, come to think of it, most of the controversy stemmed from the fighting. Yeah, I never heard much about the profanity, the sexual themes, the smoking and drinking, the predator teacher. It was all just, the game is violent. Mr. Burton eventually gets his in the form of a tipped porta potty and eventually losing his job, which is extremely gratifying every time. Seriously, screw that guy. But yeah, for whatever reason, sexualizing minors was just kind of a thing back then.
I'm not gonna let that happen to them.
Well, it's your own fault for having such a hot daughter.
What'd you say?
2000s throwbacks may be in now, but certain trends are definitely better off dead.